What's up, guys? Welcome back to El Merengue Culé. First off, we wanted to start off by saying
thank you, guys. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. This week has been unbelievable.
Absolutely unbelievable. And we are out of words for thanking you guys, but we wanted to show our appreciation with a surprise.
Yeah.
Roll the new intro. The time that we have all been waiting for is finally here. The UEFA Champions League final has arrived, and I just kind of want to remind you guys of how this came to be. The format of the Champions League had been changed due to the whole COVID pandemic, and honestly, I am super happy about it. I think it brought like a certain excitement that really made it unique, right? This whole one-off legged game, it just...
Everything was live or die.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Straight to the point, action-packed.
I loved it. Yeah. It was great. It was great. Okay, let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started. I just kind of want to start off by asking a question. Tell me about Bayern Munich in their playing style. Should it be changed?
Oof. Should Bayern Munich stick away from such a high line?
Yeah, that's a big question, I think.
Let us know down below. I don't think so. I think this is one of the main tactics that brought them the amount of success. Because without the high line, they could not press the way they pressed. They drowned the opponents in press. They capitalize from their mistakes, and this is all down to that high press, which comes from the high line. In my opinion, they should risk the lethalness from Neymar, Mbappe, and Di Maria, their speed, their agility, their dribble. They should risk it because they can really do some damage up top. Talk about 42 goals.
Yeah. Tell us about that. 42 goals. They're about to break a record.
So the record currently is held by Barcelona. I think it was in the 2001 season.
Yeah.
It is 45 goals, right? But keep in mind, for a Champions League, now keep in mind the Champions League was played throughout 16 games.
Yeah.
This Bayern Munich team has played 10 games and is at 42 goals. If that doesn't speak volumes.
It's massive. And, okay, so I kind of want to start saying what my key to this game is. Right off the bat, we're diving straight into it.
Straight into it.
My key to this game is the rhythm of the match. This is the rhythm. So, Bayern Munich is going to want to keep a game that is high pace, high rhythm, because I feel like it favors them. Now I think a lot of people could say, well, what about PSG's counters? Mm-hmm. And that is a potential, downside to their playing style. But ultimately, I think no team can handle the fluidity of Bayern Munich's attack. Because the thing with Bayern Munich is they don't just attack through one side, they can attack anywhere.
I think it's a misconception of PSG's counters. I was looking at the stats, and for this Champions League, I believe I don't remember exactly how many goals they scored in total, but I think only 2 or 3 actually came from a counterattack, which is surprising. So I think they've kind of, yes, they have the ability to score counterattack, but they've kind of gone away from that. So just continue, sorry.
No, yeah. Actually, you were telling me something about the percentages of where in the field Bayern Munich attacks. Tell us a little more.
Bayern Munich is equal, right? Whether it be the left-hand side, the middle, or the right-hand side, everything is roughly around 33%, each attack coming from all 3 sides. Now, PSG, on the other hand, they're a little bit left-sided heavy. Not too much, right? It's 40% versus 30 and 30. 40% on that left-hand side, which is, again, either where Neymar plays or where Mbappe plays, right? They can switch off. I think the last game we saw Neymar playing a bit more centrally and then Mbappe playing a bit more wide, which is kind of different than what we've been used to seeing of them.
And now that's going to leave us with a key matchup. Whoever's playing on the left, I think it'll be Neymar.
Okay.
But, be it Mbappe, either way, 2 very fast players, very skillful players against Kimmich. What do you think about that?
Kimmich, both Bayern's outside backs, they love to push up, and again, it creates such a big part of their game, and I don't think they should risk that. However, it does expose their downfalls. As much as Kimmich creates, I think he's been the player that's created the most opportunities in that Bayern team, because he does create a lot of opportunities for them. Mm-hmm. It does expose the outsides.
Right, exactly. And I think that is where we get PSG's key match of the game for me, because is going to go down to basically countering the rhythm of the game and basically slowing it down. Mm-hmm. I think for PSG is going to be crucial to slow that game down, keep it to their pace, them be the ones that are dictating the tempo of the game, and that's going to come via Neymar and his ability to draw fouls, and also obviously the midfield and Ander Herrera, Verratti, their ability to just control the game. But Neymar's ability to draw fouls. He's been drawing fouls left and right. We all know that.
Out of every player on the field, he's the one that's drawn the most fouls. I looked up the statistics.
Yeah, exactly. And it's obvious because of his dribbling abilities. So, like I said, slowing the game down is going to be huge for PSG.
For me, this game is going to come down to a few things. I think PSG will expect to get some attacks. I mean, Bayern Munich, as well as they are, they're not perfect. Against Lyon, they allowed them 3 clear chances in the first 10 minutes and a few others sprinkled throughout. The Barca, it was a similar, same thing. They allowed them, first of all, the own goal. Then there was that chance where I think it was Messi that crossed it, and it went past 4 Barcelona attackers, hits the post. Yes. There was another Messi chance. So I think PSG will expect to get some chance. Now it's going to come down to how well they can convert those chances. These past 2 games, Neymar especially, Mbappe thrown in there as well, they have not been clinical. Neymar right in front of goals multiple times, shoots it wide.
Yes.
Can he be clinical? That is what it's come down to. And then the second aspect of it is, we know Bayern Munich is going to press, or I'm pretty sure of it. How well can PSG break out of that press? Those are my 2 major points.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to how skillful their center mids are. How inspired is Verratti, how inspired is Verratti, whoever's playing that center mid. But I have a key question, I think.
Okay.
Bayern Munich, in none of the matches so far this season, or in the Champions League, have had the feeling of going down in the scoreboard.
Yeah, I saw that.
They have not gone down at all. So, if PSG can be clinical and get a goal and bag a goal early or at any point before Bayern Munich, how can Bayern Munich respond to this? It's not a scenario that they've been in there that they've been before. So how can they respond? That'll be big. Can Lewandowski, can Gnabry, Mueller put the team on their back and be like, it's okay. We just keep defending, keep being a solid defense, and we'll get you a goal. So it'll be interesting. And also, as we know, tell us about Lewandowski's record or potential record.
So Lewandowski, he's going to be looking for goals. He currently has 15 goals in this Champions League campaign. Second to only, in this campaign he's first, but in history, second to only Cristiano Ronaldo, which holds 17 goals. So, depending on how this game turns out, Lewa can definitely look to equalize that record, if not surpass it. So I think that's something the Bayern team as a whole will definitely be pushing forward. Now, I think one of Bayern Munich's most overlooked players is Thiago Alcantara. When you think of Thiago, I think it's safe to assume we all think, great dribbler, great skill moves, maybe not the best defensively.
No, but
that's fair, right? If we look at the statistics, on the field, he is the player that has the most tackles.
That's interesting.
Right?
I didn't know that. Okay.
Equally, he is the player with the most interceptions.
Okay. Wow.
And not the player with the least amount of fouls conceded or giving up, but he is he does hold a very low, I think right under 2 fouls a game. So I think this Thiago that we're seeing in this Bayern Munich team, which is kind of different from the one we were used to, gives him a lot of defensive structure in the middle.
Okay.
I think he holds that balance without having that full responsibility.
And it's probably nice for him to have a player like Goretzka who's a box-to-box midfielder and can really back him up. So I think that's where Bayern really gets such solidity in their midfield. I think they're going to want to stick to what's been successful for them. If it's not broken, why fix it? So I think we're going to be seeing, Neuer, Kimmich, Boateng, Alaba, and Davies in the defense. We're going to be seeing Thiago Alcantara with Goretzka, and then up top we're going to have Mueller, Perisic, Gnabry, and Lewandowski up top. I think they're going to stay true to their lineup. But for PSG, the thing I'm curious for them, we're getting close to wrapping this video up, but the thing I'm curious for them is, will the pressure of reaching a Champions League final at last get to them? How well can they deal with it? I know they have players with a lot of experience in other teams, in other scenarios. Like, Mbappe obviously has won a World Cup. Neymar has been in the Champions League final before. But for the team as a whole, and what it means to PSG, can they deal with that pressure? Will it affect them? Will it get to their heads? I don't know. It could. Because I think my question here is, they may be, in my opinion, this is the best chance PSG has at winning the Champions League. Because of the fact that it was a one-legged Champions League, and I'm not saying that Atalanta and RB Leipzig were bad teams, but to me it feels like to get to a Champions League final, you gotta eliminate a big dog. You gotta eliminate a monster, and it's part of getting to a Champions League final. And PSG really hasn't faced up against a monster in the elimination round. They had Borussia Dortmund, great team, but not a monster. And then they had Atalanta, also great team, and RB Leipzig, great team. But none of them are just a giant. So, with all that being said, I'm just curious as to how PSG is going to deal with the nerves, and also if they were to potentially lose the final, how does this mean the project has failed? In their eyes, I don't know.
I personally, I don't think it's a failure. I also don't think it's their best chance of winning the Champions League. I agree. They might have not had to go through such a hard road to get to the final, but this Bayern Munich team, though in the current form that they're at right now, they're just looking really, really strong. And I think it doesn't necessarily, just because they're here in this stage doesn't mean it's their best chance at winning. I think they have a good project filled with young players, or players that can still continue to deliver.
Right. Well, with that being said, let's move on to our final segment, which is our predictions. Okay? And do you have anything you want to say about this before we...
Yes. So, obviously, both of these teams have taken a part of my soul away. So, from a very neutral point of view, let's start the countdown.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. That's right, guys. I will be supporting Bayern Munich for this final.
I'm supporting PSG. Currently have that Mbappe World Cup winning jersey.
Yeah. I just personally, this is a personal thing, I don't really want Neymar to win the Champions League. I feel like he left Barcelona trying to prove them wrong, trying to say I'm the better man, and I personally don't like the way that whole thing happened. So for me, it's kind of I'm just being kind of stingy, Neymar, I don't want you to be right for what you kind of did overall. And secondly, and lastly, and this is something that I actually want to ask you guys. Obviously, I'm a Real Madrid fan, and obviously, Real Madrid wants to get Mbappe. Okay. So my question to you guys is, if PSG wins the Champions League, how does that affect Mbappe's chance to going to Real Madrid? Could it be that, he won the Champions League with PSG, now he's I love this team, I want to stay here and keep winning with them? Or could it be, I won the Champions League, I'm ready to move on to the next challenge in my life, and I'm ready to move on to Real Madrid? So personally, I feel like if he were to not win the Champions League, he would start getting frustrated with this whole project that PSG has, that he doesn't see it basically reaching a final ending point, the light at the end of the tunnel, and that he'll get frustrated and want to just move on. So that's kind of like the personal, in the way that I can get Real Madrid into this for myself. And also, I was just very pleased with the way Bayern Munich's been playing. I think their game is absolutely phenomenal, and they eliminated Barca, so.
For me, I'm still hurt about that Bayern Munich loss. Obviously, but I am coming from a very neutral point of view because PSG has taken a lot away from me as well. So I'm going to keep it up with a very neutral scoreline. 3-3. I want it to be action-packed. I think most fans do.
3-3 would be awesome.
3-3 PSG in the PKs.
Wow. That would be such an exciting final, actually.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to be going for a 3-1 victory for Bayern Munich. I think they're going to score early, and the game is going to level up. I think overall it's going to be a very even game with lots of counterattacks, lots of attacks. But then they will get a second goal later on in the game. PSG will come back closer, but then in the trying to tie it up, Bayern will get them in the counterattack and finish off this final with a 3-1 score. Guys, as always, I want y'all to let us know down in the comments, not just your score prediction, but anything you may think about this final. I know a lot of you guys already left your predictions in that Bayern Munich versus Lyon reaction video, but if you would, I would very much appreciate it if you go ahead and put it down again, so it makes it easier for us to find the winner of our shout out, as we usually do. Is there anything else you would like to add?
I'm super excited, guys.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
This is, I think, one of the most exciting finals in recent times.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, as always, it was great talking to you guys. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. We will see you on Sunday for that final, and peace out.